Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So the last class we saw how the messenger, Indra's messenger, brought King Arishtanemi to Valmiki's ashramam. Yeah, 49th verse of the first chapter. Tato Valmika Janmasau Rajanam Samapritchata Anamayamati Pritya Kushala Prashnavartaya. So what did Valmiki do when he saw Arishtanemi and Indra's Duta, Indra's messenger? So Valmiki welcomed them. Okay, welcomed both the king and the messenger and inquired about him as to how are you? Is everything fine? So, all the kushalam. Kushalam means their welfare, inquiring about the welfare. Okay. Rajovacha Bhagavan Dharma Tattvajna Nyatagneya Vidamvara Kritarthoham Bhavadrishtya Tadeva Kushalam Mama. So the king replied. So first, before even, so when Valmiki asked about the welfare to the king, so the king is saying, "O great seer," seer is the one who has a vision, who has a dirgha drishti. That means who is enlightened, one who can see not just with the eyes, but the seer is one who knows or who has seen the ultimate truth. Okay, an enlightened person. You are the greatest among the knowers of truth. So here, truth is not our satya part. The truth is the ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth? That I am part of the Brahman. I am the Brahman. Tattvamasi, if you understand, and understanding is not just the literal meaning of Tattvamasi, but being that. Aham Brahmasmi, you mean it in all the ways. If you mean it, that means you have understood the truth. So here, Arishtanemi is saying that Valmiki, you are the greatest among the knowers of truth. You really know, you have understood what the ultimate truth is. And so, because I'm standing in front of an enlightened person who knows the truth, the moment I am there in your presence, that ensures that I am fine. Nothing else can come, no harm can come to me. Everything, all the obstacles will go away from me by your mere presence itself, because that person is of a very highly knowledgeable person who knows not just the knowledge that we know about today, but it's about the ultimate truth. The knowledge of the ultimate truth is known. So such an enlightened person is standing in front of me. My welfare is already there. There is no need to even question that as to how am I. I will be fine only. There is no other choice there, or there's no other way there. Bhagavan prashtumichhami tada vighnena me vada samsara bandhu dukkharte katham munchami tadvada. So for what I have come. So Arishtanemi is continuing it and saying that I wish to learn. I want to learn from you what? The art of escaping the miseries of the world. So I'm already a king. So I don't need to know anything else. How to make wealth, how to expand my kingdom. All that is not the materialistic knowledge I already know. But what is it that I really need to learn from you is how do I escape from the miseries? How do I escape from this bondage? That I want to learn from you. Okay, saying I'm afflicted with the sorrow. So, the world, as I keep doing my worldly things, materialistic processes, I am fed up of it because that is not giving me any happiness. In fact, it is giving me a lot of sorrows. Yeah, some or the other things you are, even if you don't want to, you are getting entangled into it. So I'm being more sorrowful with all these worldly processes. I want to escape from this. So you instruct me, please instruct me that so that I am free from all this pain and sorrows. I'm liberated from this pain and sorrow. Valmikiruvacha शृणुराजन् प्रवक्ष्यामि रामायणमखण्डितम् श्रुत्वावधार्य यत्नेन जीवन्मुक्तो भविष्यसि. So when Arishtanemi asks, please accept me as your student, your disciple, and help me free from this bondage of pain and sorrows. So for that, Valmiki says to the king, so like what we had seen, a lot of one story within another story, isn't it? The whole of it right now, what we have seen is one story, one person telling another story of another person. So that person, when we talk about, he's telling another story. So it is stories embedded in the stories. Okay, it's a chain of stories. So here Valmiki also is telling the king, I will also relate to you a story. I will also tell you a story of what? Of the Ramayanam. So what is Ramayanam? It is helping you understand what is the nature of the Brahman. Indivisible. There's nothing more to divide that. So you cannot do any more. You cannot go in deeper into it. Brahman, once it's there, that's it. You cannot go more deeper into that Brahman, or you cannot devise that and say, okay, what is there inside that? That is not there, because Brahman is everything. Sarvavyapi. He is everything and he is everybody also. So further, there is no division which can be done for the Brahman. So that kind of a nature, the one who is indivisible, that Brahman, the nature of that Brahman is given in the Ramayanam. So if I'm telling you to the story of Ramayanam, yeah, so by the time you listen to those teachings, you would have attained liberation. You would have understood what is Brahman. So if once anybody, see, what we understand is very different. So we might say, oh God, Brahman, he's there. I am Brahman. Everybody else is Brahman. But when it comes to the practically understanding it, or when we need to apply it, we are not yet ready for that. We are not be able to. We only know the literal meaning of it. We haven't gone deeper into it. But here, since Arishtanemi is already, no, he's not a LKG student. He's already learned some things. That's why he was able to leave his kingdom and to go in the search of freedom or liberation. So he has already reached a level. So from there, if you read the story or if you understand the story of Ramayana, you will get liberated, because by then you will know the true nature of Brahman. If I know the true nature of Brahman in all aspects, if I know that no is a very K-N-O-W, the no is very, the English gives you a very gross meaning. Okay, I need to know. You also say, no, I need to know about you. We say that, but that is very materialistic. But if I really say, do I really know about you? I know that, okay, your name is so and so, you're working in so and so place, you have these many number of family members in your house. These are the things that you will do. All that you might know. But do I really know you as a person? I don't know. It can be, I'm not just telling, okay, because we may not know each other. Even the family members. Do we know in and out of our family members? Do we know what they are thinking, what they are feeling? Not everything we get to know. So that know is here knowing everything. knowing everything about Brahman, only then the transformation can happen, only then liberation can happen. Okay, so what the gross meaning, if you're sticking to knowing, oh no, I know Brahman is the one who has created us, who we are part of that, all that we can say, but we haven't really understood it. We only know from a very superficial. Okay, so here Valmiki is telling that if you really know the story of Ramayanam, if you can understand in depth the story of Ramayanam, know everything about Ramayanam, not just about the story, but also the understanding part of it, then you will attain liberation. Vasishtha Rama Samvadam Mokshopaya Katham Shubham Jnatasvabhavo Rajendra Vadami Shruyata Buddha. So, he's the continuation of the previous verse. He told about Ramayanam. I will tell you the story of Ramayanam. So he's telling what is Ramayanam now. He's going a little more deeper and telling us to giving little more details about the Ramayanam text. So he says Ramayanam is a dialogue between Rama and sage Vasishtha. Now here we have understood this Ramayanam. The moment we see Ramayana, what is it that we understand? The story of Ramayana, the story of Rama. But here, what he is meaning here, Ramayanam is the Maharamayanam. Which is the Maharamayana? The Yoga Vasishtha. Yeah, we saw that, no? Yoga Vasishtha is also called as Maharamayanam, Vasishtha Ramayanam. So there's so many names to it. Isn't it? So here, this Ramayana, what he's talking about is the Yoga Vasishtha. And this is the dialogue between Rama and sage Vasishtha. Okay? So don't confuse it with the Ramayanam, the entire story of Rama that we know, but this is the crux of Ramayanam. The dialogue or the discussion between Rama and sage Vasishtha when Vishwamitra was also there. Okay, that dialogue is the crux of the entire Ramayana. So this one, if you understand, then you are liberated. Not only just the story of the life of Rama. So this is a potent method for attaining self-realization. This is like a very, strong medicine for attaining self-realization. And it is like it's very complicated as well as something which is very profound. Okay. So, and he's saying that not everybody can understand it. It requires a lot of inner passion to understand it. You also should know little bit something about the philosophy of life. Okay. All those, if you know, this is very easy to understand. So he's saying you are a fit aspirant to listen to this because you have already attained certain knowledge already. Okay, so you're already reached a level for you to understand this level of teaching. Now, can we understand it? Is a question that we have to ask ourselves. Okay. Now, one thing is we trying to learn this itself shows that we are fit in a particular level. Now, if you look at it, there are a lot of people. Yeah. So if you ask them, do you know what is Yoga Vasishtha? Nobody would know also. Very few of them know what is Yoga Vasishtha. Yeah. In fact, you also wouldn't have known to some extent, right? When we started Ramayanam, it's when you thought, okay, there is something called as Yoga Vasishtha also. In that, there may be some people who will be like telling, okay, Yoga Vasishtha means it's something related to yoga. Oh, yoga means it's only asanas. So something related to asanas, something related to physical exercise. That's what some people might be thinking. Now, of people who know about Yoga Vasishtha, or at least have heard that there is a text called Yoga Vasishtha, how many of them have that inner urge to learn Yoga Vasishtha? Okay, so then it gets filtered again. So then there are some people who might study, who might take an attempt to study Yoga Vasishtha. In that, how many people will really understand Yoga Vasishtha? In that, how many of them will apply it in their lives? In that, who will get liberated? So, if you look at it, it is so that way. If you look at, you can also consider yourselves fortunate that at least you have moved from so many steps having known Yoga Vasishtha, because the majority of the people do not know Yoga Vasishtha. You have understood what is Yoga Vasishtha text. May not be the entire verses, nothing, but you know that Yoga Vasishtha means it is about our inner transformation, which may not be, a lot of people may not have known. So you have come one step closer. Out of that, there are a lot of people who knows about Yoga Vasishtha text, but have not been able to learn it. Now you have also come one more step forward to say that, yes, I'm trying to learn. So that is also making us fit aspirant to listen to this teaching. Because only with God's grace, you will be able to at least listen or understand the stories at least of Yoga Vasishtha. So that also requires a lot of grace from the divine. So we need to be very grateful. Maybe we have done some good actions because of which we are able to at least come to the beginning of Yoga Vasishtha, at least to know what is Yoga Vasishtha. Okay? Rajovacha ko Rama kidrisha kasya baddho va mukta eva va etanme nishchitam bruhi jnanam tattvavidam vara. So the king Arishtnemi is asking, he already said Valmiki is the one of the greatest knowers of truth. So he's again telling, oh, best among the knowers of truth. So he is telling, he is addressing Valmiki again as, oh, best person among the knowers of truth. Who is this Rama? You're talking about Rama. Who is this Rama? What is his nature? What kind of a Rama he is? In where was he born? Yeah, to whom was he born? Was he liberated? Was he an enlightened person? Or was he like me again, sticking to the bondage of birth and death? Please tell me all this. Please explain me about Rama. Okay. So he's like, he better be an enlightened person is what Arishtnemi is also thinking. Because I'm also in the same boat. Okay. Now, if you're telling the story of Rama, what is it that he was also, through which I should be able to get liberated? Valmikiruvacha शापव्याजवशादेव राजवेषधरो हरिः आहृताज्ञानसम्पन्नः किञ्चिज्ञोऽसौ भवत्प्रभुः. So Valmiki is explaining who's this Rama, he has asked, no? So he needs to tell about who is Rama. So he says, it is the divine Vishnu only. Okay, the divine here is addressed as Vishnu. Okay, so in every text, if you look at it, Shiva Puranam, there will be Shiva is the divine there. Okay, so do not look at it as Vishnu, oh, Vishnu is the divine. So it's a divine, he's been given different names over here. So here the divine Vishnu, he chose to incarnate. He took an avataram among the mortals, one who has birth and death. Yeah, mortals are people who dies again they are born, again they die. So they are the mortals. How did he choose to become that? Did he just decide, okay, one fine day, let me go and take up an avatar? So every avataram of Vishnu also, so there are two things to it. One is, from here you can also see that anything which has form. See, so if Vishnu decides to take a form, Vishnu means it's a name again. A name means there should be a form, isn't it? Without that something, you will just say give some name for something which doesn't exist at all, which you cannot see at all. No. There is an object to which you will say that this is this. Right? So, if there is a form, then there is action also. Yeah. Even sitting quietly is an action only. You can say a stone. What does it do? It just sits. That is also an action of a stone. Isn't it? So, every form will have an action. And every action has an effect also. There is a cause and an effect also. So here you can also look at it as, now, the moment you have a form, there is cause and effect. There is karma. So here all these gods, when we address them, they're also looked at as somebody who has more knowledge than maybe the mere mortals, but they are also one step below the divine. There is divine which is formless. Yeah. So here, if you look at it, they are gods, but they are also having forms. And because if they have forms, that means they also go through the cycle of birth and death. They also are bonded. Okay, so that is one aspect of it. We will also look at various aspects as we keep going. Okay. So here, Vishnu, he didn't choose to incarnate just like that. He incarnated because he had a curse. He got a lot of curses from various people. Very hard to believe, no? How is Vishnu getting all the curses? So Vishnu also had curses, and because of that cause, there was an effect. So he had to be born. So he did something because of which he got a curse, and the effect of that action, the effect of that cause was being born as a mortal or taking an avataram. So it's not that all of a sudden he decides to take up, and that is also in the cycle of space and time. It is bonded. It is bounded by space and okay. That is why we can also say that all these deities are not the divine. They carry certain qualities. They carry certain attributes, but they are also not the divine. Okay, that is one way of looking at it right now. So I'll not confuse you right now. Right now, let's see this as we go. We'll be able to understand it better. So we'll see what are all the curses now. Rajovacha Chidananda Swarupehi Rame Chaitanya Vigrahe Chapasya Karanam Bruhi Kashyapta Cheti Me Vada. The king asked, please inform me. So tell me something more about these curses. You're saying that, he got curses from various people. Yeah. So one, you're telling that Vishnu got cursed. Yeah. Who cursed him? Who is the originator of that curse? And how did it affect Rama now? Vishnu got the curse. Why should Rama get affected? Yeah. So, because Rama is a person who represented consciousness, happiness, and he was a man of great wisdom, is what I have heard. But now you are telling that he got cursed and, and Vishnu got cursed. How is Rama getting affected? All this is something which I don't really understand. So here again, Vishnu and Rama are different, the same soul taking different bodies like us. We take multiple births, we die multiple times, we take multiple births, but the soul remains the same. So the vasanas that we bring in affects this life. We come with certain samskaras, That samskaras also is a part of our personality, of whatever we do. So we can change those samskaras by being aware of our own self, by understanding it slowly. The older samskaras will be wiped out and we get into the new samskara. So as we keep doing this, slowly we can get into a life full of wisdom. Wisdom means the knowledge of the ultimate truth. वाल्मीकिरुवाच सनत्कुमारो निष्काम अवसद्ब्रह्म सद्मनि वैकुण्ठादागतो विष्णुः त्रैलोक्याधिपतिः प्रभुः. So Valmiki replies with the first curse. So what is the first curse that he got? So Sanat Kumara is one of the sons of Brahma. So Brahma's initial creation was 4 sons, the Sanat Kumaras. So in that, the Sanat Kumara, so they decided that they don't want to continue the creation. That means they don't want to get married, they don't want children, they just want to understand Brahman, live the life of Brahman. So they were not interested in the materialistic world. That is how they were. And that's when Brahma had to create few more other sons through which they can move, the creation will continue, the progeny will continue. So Sanat Kumara, who was devoid of desires, he didn't have any desires, materialist desires and all were not there. And he was residing in the house of Brahma, in his father's house he was there. So there Vishnu came. Yeah, Vishnu came, Vishnu's house was Vaikuntha. So he came from there to visit Brahma's place. Yeah. So what happened there? Brahmana pujitastatra salyalokanivasibhihi vina kumaran tandrishtra hyuvacha prabhurishwaraha. It's quite understood from here. Brahmana pujitastatra. Everybody who were there in the Brahmaloka, all his family members and everybody who were there, everybody prayed or welcomed Vishnu. He gave, so whatever respect need to be given was given by all of them except Vina Kumaram. Who is that? Vina, other than Sanat Kumara. Other than Sanat Kumara, everybody got a board to Vishnu and like come, sit, offered him the seat, everything. But Sanat Kumara, he did not even get up from his seat. So there are 2 aspects to it again. So Sanat Kumara here, why he did not get up from the seat? Everybody are the same. I'm also same. You're also same. Everybody are part of the divine. Yeah, you're also part of the divine. I am also part of the divine. So then there is what? We both are equals only, no? We all are divine only. So there is no special preference. Okay, you are different. I am different. If I consider everybody the same, including me, then everything is the same only, no? So whether it is like you are also me only. So what is there to, do I get up for me? Do I welcome myself? No, I don't do that, no? Yeah, so if somebody else comes home, you will get up. When you come home, you will get up. You're already there, right? So if I and you are the same, then there is nothing to get up, to welcome. All this is not needed only. So Sanat Kumara did not feel like getting up only because he was also an enlightened soul. Sanat Kumarastabdhosi Nishkamo Garvacheshtaya Atasvam Bhava Kamarthaha Sharajanmeti Namataha. So Vishnu got very angry. He felt that his due respect was not given. So he says, Sanat Kumara, you took the decision. You did not get into the materialistic world because you had the fear of rebirth. So Vishnu says, it is not that you are an enlightened person, you know about it. That's not what it is. You had the fear of rebirth, so that is why you renounce the desire before only. Because you have the fear that you did it. Not because you really wanted to do it. It is because of the fear that you decided to renounce all the desires. Okay. So that fear is what? It's an ignorance. Why do we have fear? Fear is because of ignorance. We really don't know. Why? People say fear of death. Abhinivesha means fear of death. Why do people have fear of death? Because they are ignorant that this is not what I am. This body is not what I am. There's something else which is there, which is not dying. It is only this body which is dying. But we still have the fear. Isn't it? There is fear because we feel that, oh, if I lose this body, what will I do? There is a fear. So, and that fear is coming because of ignorance. If I know that, okay, this life, I have this body, after a certain point of time, I just have to renounce this body and I will get another body. But that knowledge, if we do not have, if we are holding on to this body, is because we are ignorant. And because of that ignorance comes the fear. Right? So, he says, Sanat Kumara, you are ignorant. You have fear in you because of which you have renounced your desires. So, as a result, it's not with knowledge that you are sitting here. If you were sitting with knowledge, I would have said, okay, but you are sitting with ignorance here. So, I will curse you to go, take the life of a mortal. Sarajanman, mortal human, and experience the desires and what the desires will do to you. You're trying, so they say, no, that not, so it should come from within. There are some people who say, I don't want to have alcohol. But if somebody else is drinking along or somebody brings a glass and keeps it in front, then you feel like drinking. Same with food, sweets. So we all say, oh, I'm dieting. I will not eat anything. I will not eat any junk. But then somebody else is eating, then you'll be like, I'll just cheat for a day today. Okay. I'll just eat a little. No problem. So that is what? That is because that from that inner thing, the desires has not gone. That is why we still feel like having it and we're trying to stop it. Yeah. But so, Sanat Kumara, you go. You were trying to stop those desires. Yeah. So you get into it and then you experience the torment of desires. Then you will really come out of that ignorance. Tena pishapito Vishnuhu sarvajnatvam yat kinchit kalam hi tatyakva tvamajnani bhavishyasi. So, when Vishnu cursed Sanat Kumara also was angry. I am sitting here. Did I do any harm to you? You came to my place. Did I do anything? That also, I didn't tell anything. I just sat over there. You tried to poke your nose into my business. And you are cursing me also. I didn't do anything and you're cursing me. Had I done something? Okay. You have not done anything. I'm just sitting over here. Just because I did not stand, I did not greet you, you should curse me. What kind of a thing is that? So, I will curse you back. Since Sanat Kumara also was a very spiritual practitioner, his words also had a lot of power. So he says, even though Vishnu, you think that you have remarkable knowledge, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of wisdom. Yeah. So now, for some time, you have to inevitably, you will have to temporarily remove that you are a god now. It's like this curse will take away all that things of greatness that you have in you, and you have to go as an ignorant human being on earth. You have wisdom, you have remarkable wisdom with you, but I'm giving you a curse where you will, it's like it becomes completely ignorant. Your knowledge will not help you. It will be as if like there is a wipe out of your memory. Yeah, your memory will get wiped out, and for some time, and you will go as a ignorant human being on earth. You don't know anything about the Brahman, or you don't know anything about the true knowledge. You will go as an ignorant. भृगुर्भार्यां हतान् दृष्ट्वा युवाच क्रोधमूर्च्छितः विष्णो तवापि भार्याय वियोगो हि भविष्यति. So Sanat Kumara's was one curse where he had to go as an ignorant human being on earth. Another curse was given by sage Bhrigu. So Bhrigu's wife died at the hands of Vishnu. Okay. So Bhrigu was so angry. He lost his wife now. He says, Vishnu, the way you are, you took away my wife away from me. Similarly, and how I'm grieving for my wife. Similarly, you will also experience the loss of your partner, of your wife also. So this was another curse by Bhrigu. Vrindaya shapito Vishnuhu chalanayyatvaya kritam ataspam sri viyogantu vachanan mamayasyasi. So there was another curse. There's a third one. So Vishnu also faced a curse from Vrinda. So here there was a demon called Jalandhara. Jalandhara created havoc. He created chaos everywhere. But nothing could be done to him. Nobody could kill him at all. Why? Because his wife Vrinda, she was completely honest with Jalandhara. She was very pure. Okay, so that purity, the chastity is what was the strength for Jalandhara. So if Vrinda's chastity goes, fidelity goes, then Jalandhara can be killed. So Vishnu came, took the form of Jalandhara and came to Vrinda. So Vrinda was not aware that it was Vishnu who came in the disguise of Jalandhara. So she thought that that is her husband. So Vishnu cheated her by masking his identity, taking up the form of her husband. Okay, so what happened? Jalandhara could be killed at some other place during when Vrinda was living with Vishnu, who came as Jalandhara. The other place, Jalandhara was able to kill because Vrinda lost her chastity, right, to another man. So Vrinda also cursed him. Okay, to be born as a mere mortal human being, and also to lose his wife. For what? Again, see, the same thing gets repeated, isn't it? Sita, when Ravana takes Sita, after that she also has to do a lot of Agni Pariksha to say that she's pure, to show to the world that she's pure, isn't it? So she also had to go through certain things, and Rama also had to, question her chastity, at least not for her, for him, but for others. भार्या हि देवदत्तस्य पयोष्णीतिरसंस्थिता नृसिंहवेषदृग्विष्णुम् दृष्ट्वा पञ्चत्वमागता. So there was another one where Lord Vishnu, when he took the form of Narasimha to kill Hiranyakashipu, there, seeing that form, seeing the fearful Narasimha, there was a lady who was pregnant, who was Devadatta's wife. She saw Narasimha, and with that fear of seeing him, because he was so very fearful, she died. She died out of fear. So Devadatta cursed Vishnu for killing his wife. Okay, so again, because he took that fearful form, and so his wife had to see him, and she died out of fear. So even Devadatta cursed Vishnu that you will also lose your wife. Tena shapto hi nriharihi dukharthe stri viyogatah tavapi bharyaya sardham viyogo hi bhavishyati. So Devadatta's curse was again that Narasimha, you took up the form of Narasimha. I lost my wife, and just like how I am pained by the loss of my wife, you will also see a similar separation from your own wife. Bhrugunaivam kumarena chapito deva sharmana vrindaya shapito vishnuhu tena manushyatangatah. So Bhrugu's curse, Sanat Kumara's curse, Vrinda's curse, Devadatta's curse, all these were the cause because of which Vishnu had to come in the form of Rama or in the form of human being. Etatte kathitam sarve chapavyajasya karanam idani vachmi tat sarve savadhanamatishrunu. So Valmiki is telling, have explained all the causes. Yeah, all the causes because of which there was curse, which was passed on to Vishnu by Bhrigu, Sanat Kumara, Vrinda, and Devadatta. Now I will relate to you all the other things also. Now you know what is the reason for Rama's birth. Yeah, now you know who is Rama, what is the reason of his birth, that you know. Now let's look into the other aspects of it. This concludes the first chapter, but these curses and these people also has a very subtle meaning also, which you can. So now what we are looking at we are looking at, oh, there were some people like this who the curse was there and all that, right? But every story also has an inner meaning, a subtler meaning. So we will look into the subtler meaning of these curses and the people who cursed, the characters, what they mean, what the curse means, everything. We will look into it before we start the second chapter. So that Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.